What is up, everybody? It's Alec the Durdle, and welcome to Armchair Overwatch Coaching. I am the Armchair Overwatch Coach, Alec the Durdle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so today, we're actually going to be analyzing a Moira player. And you may recognize that name there on this Moira player because it's me! It's Alec the Durdle. We're going to be analyzing one of my games today. Don't forget, guys, if you want to send in your own videos to be analyzed and coached through here on the Armchair Overwatch Coach, you can send them via the instructions that will be on the screen now. And the instructions will also be up on the screen at the end of the video. So, we're analyzing one of my games here today. Hang on one second. Let's just go back a tick. That's too far. We're going to be analyzing one of my games here today, just to give you guys an idea. I am a support main, and I love me some Moira. Moira, okay, that's what I wanted. I want to be able to see the team comp. Moira is a champion that gets a lot of hate. A lot of people hate on Moira players, specifically the DPS Moira, the dreaded DPS Moira. Moira is a support, guys. Moira is not a DPS. I think everybody knows that, but for some reason, when I see a lot of people play Moira, they think more about dealing damage than they think about healing. And that's something that we want to get away from. Moira needs to be concentrating on healing. She has a very, very, very high healing output, especially as an AoE healer. She can heal your entire team for just loads and loads and loads, better than pretty much any other healer besides maybe Ana. Which we have an Ana here on the team. But let's go over the team comp real quick, and we will go ahead and get this rolling. So we have our two healers. We have a Moira and an Ana. This might be a little bit too much because we actually have two primary healers here. Ana can play as an off healer if she prioritizes damage over healing, or if she prioritizes throwing that anti-heal grenade as an anti-heal instead of a healing grenade. But this is okay. This would be better with like a Zenyatta in either one of these slots, but we're gonna go with this. We got two damage dealers here, the Mei and the Sombra. Now, we're a little bit lacking as far as hit scan goes. I guess you could say the Sombra is a hit scanner, but she's fine. And then we have two tanks. Again, not ideal for the two tanks, but we do have 2-2-2. So I mean, heck. How can you complain all that much? Hammond can be a main tank, but he's more of a disruptor. And then, of course, Diva, the amazing disrupting tank, is definitely not a main tank. Definitely a disruptor. So we've got a lot of disruption. We actually got a lot of disruption here. Look how many disruptors we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disruptors that can just really play Mary Hobb with the enemy team here. So this could be fun. We'll see where this goes. And I'm going to try to pause and rewind a little bit less than I did in my very first Overwatch coaching, which, again, a huge thank you to Ganger B for sending in her video to be analyzed. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the very first thing. Wow, I already did something wrong. And this is embarrassing because it's me. All right. So everybody's going in right now, which is not that unusual. And here's what I do. I go ahead and fade forward. Now, this is very dangerous, what I have done. As the Moira, you kind of want to hold on to your fade, because your fade is really the most powerful ability that Moira has. Besides, I mean, the orbs are also incredibly powerful because of the amount of healing they can give. But this fade is what makes Moira so annoying. You can't lock her down. She's very hard to kill. But if you use your fade too aggressively, it leaves you very open. So right now, I am fading forward into, I have no idea. There could be a sniper right here, like a McCree or something like that. Or, I mean, McCree's not a sniper, but Ash or perhaps Widowmaker right here, or a McCree, a soldier. I could be diving into my death right now. But this is what I've decided to do, is fade forward. And already I am kind of doing... Okay. So already I'm kind of doing what I said not to do. All right, let's write it on the screen. Moira is not DPS Yes. Okay. Moira is not DPS. Focus on healing. Right there, I prioritize damage. My tanks are taking a lot of damage behind me right now. I am healing, which is good. And we're going after this guy. I think we're going to get him. Yeah, okay. But right there, see, my D.Va is very low. I could have been healing our D.Va this whole time. Probably would have been better off. I'm going to focus in hard on the enemy. Okay. Okay. So, we were a little bit crazy there. Let's rewind just to take a look. So, healing, healing, healing. Good, good, good. Focus damage. All right. So there, that's a big mistake. Did you see that orb I just threw out there? That was a purple orb. Okay? And this is another thing about playing Moira. You need to manage this. While Fade is arguably your most powerful ability, this is your bread and butter right here, these orbs. You have the purple orb, which is your damage orb, and then you have the yellow orb, which is your healing orb. That healing orb puts out so much healing, AoE healing. It is such a powerful ability. Really, really powerful. So it's very dangerous to just throw the purple orb, especially into a chaotic team fight like this. What would have been better for me to do here is to throw the yellow orb, but I got so focused on damage that I threw the purple orb, and this is the trap that most Moira players fall into. You start thinking too much about damage and not enough about healing. So I threw that purple orb, and not only that, but I bounced it off the wall here like a moron. So it's not even doing any good. And I need to be healing right now. Instead, I'm dealing damage. Let's see what I do. Yeah, I'm still dealing damage. Need to be healing, need to be healing. Okay, now we're healing. Now Genji, I see that the enemy team has a Genji. See this guy right here? This is Moira's favorite tasty treat. Nom 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 nom. Okay? Moira's can destroy a Genji. And that's mostly because Genji can't reflect your beam. Okay? So this is a target that you want to try to focus down when you're a Moira. You can kill Genji pretty easy. But look at the kill feed up here. Right now everything looks pretty even. But they've killed our Hammond, and we've killed their Moira. So I guess everything is fine right now. We can keep engaging on this. I'm focused on him. Good. Okay, I don't mind throwing the purple orb there because we're already winning this team fight. And that's just going to throw that little bit of extra damage in there to try to help us build ult charge. Again, I'm focusing pretty hard on dealing damage there when I should be healing a little bit more. There's that yellow orb. You see how much healing that does? It's ridiculous. Okay, that Sombra definitely should not have EMP'd right there. I know we're talking about Moira, but let's just talk about Sombra right here. Sombra is probably becoming one of my favorite heroes in this game. That EMP is such a powerful ability. Don't use your EMP when you don't have any teammates around you, because EMP deals no damage. While it is a super powerful ability, it deals no damage. So if you do that and there's nobody to follow up on you, what's going to happen? You're gonna waste your ultimate and you're gonna die. Okay, so that was kind of a wasted orb there. Should have held that. Throwing the damage orb there did nothing. Looks like we're gonna take the point. Okay, so now what is the plan? This is something that Stylosa, which, by the way, a huge shout out to Unit Lost and Stylosa. I am an armchair Overwatch coach. Like, I am not the best player in the world, but I like to help people learn to play this game a little bit better. Stylosa is a god, man. I love that dude. He's such a great coach. But this is something he always talks about. When you get into these kind of lull times where, you know, you've pushed them back off the point, you've capped the point, now what's the plan? I'll write it up here. What's the plan? So as the support, I want to be with my team. I want to be ready to heal my team. And we have our ultimate as well. So I want to get myself in a position where I can use that. Coalescence is a really powerful ability for pushing team fights forward. But it also charges extremely quickly. So you can be a little bit liberal with your use of Coalescence. Don't use it at bad times. Like when you're by yourself, I see too many Moiras like run up to the front line and pop Coalescence and getting like, yeah, you're dealing damage with it, but it doesn't deal that much damage. Where you really get your value is when you get 2 or 3 tanks in front of you, on your tanks in front of you, and the other team's tanks in front of you, and then you pop this bad boy, because then you're healing your tanks and you're damaging theirs. So I want to get myself in a position where I can use Coalescence effectively, and I want to be with my team. So I fade forward here. Again, I need to be careful about fade usage, but that's fine. Hammond goes over the side. Okay, so we lost our Hammond, but their Hammond is also dead. So, or no, their Hammond is not dead. Who did I see die? Doesn't matter. Doing our best to heal here. Everything looks dandy. Somebody's on the point. Okay, so Sombra got in behind us and killed our Mercy. Not ideal. Again, I'm getting a little focused on dealing damage right there. I should be healing a little bit more. Moira versus Moira duel. Okay, this is fine. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. Alright. This is be aware of the map around you. That's all I have to say about that. I was not doing a good job of being aware of the map. Okay. I hear Genji pop his ult. Yeah, I'm gonna just play this forward because this was so stupid. Okay. Let's see if you... Oh, hi, May. Let's see if you guys can tell where we went wrong here. So we're dealing damage, and here's a very good example of a time when you should be focusing damage as Moira. Moira, because you don't have to be the best aim with her to deal your maximum amount of damage, she's very good at picking off low health enemies that are trying to run away. So I'm focusing damaging the Hammond here because he's extremely low, but here's a Mercy. This is the target that I should be focusing down, because Mercy doesn't really have a way to get away from me, especially if that Hammond dies. So I should be focusing down the Mercy, which I think I do start to focus her down. Let's get rid of that ink. And then I hear Genji pop his ult, so we back off right into the Genji. And now what I don't want to do is pop my ult. And now you guys already know that's exactly what I do. But Genji has already killed our D.Va. Our Hammond is extremely low. May's over here, and she's already used her Ice Block. So this team fight is lost. This is nixed. I should be falling back here. But again, hindsight is 20/20, but I should be falling back right here. There is no reason to continue to engage in this fight, and especially no reason to pop my ult when there's an ulting Genji right in front of me. Coalescence is not going to do anything against that. Nothing. It's gonna do pure nothing. That is incredibly dumb of me, and I'm just gonna die and throw away my ult. So yeah, this team fight is very much lost. We should all be backing out here. Keep an eye on your kill feed, you guys. This is something I'm gonna do a actual video on in the next week or two, but this thing right up here, this will tell you more often than not when you're going to win versus when you're going to lose. Watch this kill feed. If you see most of your team is dead, don't go back in. Like, look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3 dead right now. All of these guys should be backing off. And they're diving in. So that was, that was very poor of our Mercy. And honestly, like, I shouldn't be going in right now either. This team fight is still very lost. Again, there's Sombra wasting that EMP, but right now this is very poor play of me. We should all be backing out. We're putting ourselves in a very dangerous position here. Okay, so we're falling back a little bit. Nothing spectacular happening right now. Alright, so we do a little damage to the Hammond to recharge, that's fine. Still healing. Throwing those yellow orbs is exactly what we want to be doing. Alright. There's a place we can pause. Again, I keep doing this thing, and this is something that I notice in my own gameplay a lot. I tend to fade very aggressively. So here we're healing, we're fine, we're topped off, as a team, we're going, and then I fade forward. I should be dead right here. Like, I should come out, and this Sombra should hack me, and this Genji should be jumping on top of me. I should be so dead right now. There are too many, and there's a Hammond over here too. So 4 members of their team have perfect line of sight to just annihilate me. Don't fade forward. Okay? Don't aggressively fade forward unless you're chasing a low target that you know you're going to heal. or that you know you're going to kill, or you're fading forward aggressively to get a major heal off. Otherwise, don't do this. This is silly. I don't know why I did this. See, I'm just taking damage that I have no business taking. We're getting some healing. That's fine. Coalescence is up. There's not really a place to use it. I'm chasing a Hammond. Alright, and then we pop Coalescence. Didn't really need to pop Coalescence there. You can see from the kill feed that we were already winning that fight. It's fine, though. I mean, it helped us polish off some kills there and probably take this point, but it was not necessary. I could have held that for another fight. You gotta love the punch kill on a tank as a support. That makes me happy. Okay, so what's the plan? Again, plan needs to be the same. We need to stay with our team. We need to keep our team topped off. Need to get those heals in. Okay, good. Now, there's one thing I can say right there, and this will improve your... If you're looking to be a Moira player, this is something you need to be looking for with your orbs. Okay, so I throw the healing orb there, which is the right move because we've got a lot of really low players on our team. We don't want to be throwing a damage orb here. But look where I've thrown it. I'm throwing it straight on. This is something that you need to learn as a Moira player. Your orbs bounce, okay? So when you throw an orb, especially on a map like this, don't just throw it towards your team who is standing in front of open air like this, because your orb is just going to go off into nothing. See, there goes my orb. It gets one heal off, and there goes. Bye, orb. Bye, orb. Now, if I had thrown that orb, instead of throwing it out into space, if I had thrown that orb here, it would have come up, bounced off this rock, and then come back, and this Hammond would then be fully healed. See, he's not fully healed right now. Now, he would have been fully healed had I thrown it against the rock. So look for clever ways to bounce your orbs, because the fact that they stick around and bounce and bounce and bounce, that's what gives them power. Okay, so we need to be super careful right here. Oh, that was a beautiful stun. I forgot about that. Let's watch that again just because it was so sexy. So right here, we need to be careful because we are so disadvantaged. They're all coming in. There's the stun. Our Brigitte stuns their Sombra as she's going into EMP, so that was beautiful. But they're using literally everything. So this team fight is lost. We need to be backing out. Genji gets me again with Dragon Blade because I decided not to back out. They used all their ultimates, and we really only lost 2 players. We lost me, and we lost this Brigitte. That's incredible. But they used every ultimate on their team. Okay, so now we're down 2 players. We need to be careful about advancing forward here. We're going to get the healing, but we shouldn't be trying to do much else. I'm just going to mention something real quick about Moira's healing as well, since I'm healing a target that is fully healed right now. Moira, while she does dish out a whole bunch of healing, it's limited. You see these bars right here? When this one hits 0, Moira can't heal anymore. And she can't heal anymore until she recharges it by dealing damage. So, if you don't have to heal with Moira, don't just spam your heal out like this. This is a poor move by me again. I've made a lot of mistakes in this game, but this is why I'm showing you guys this, because I don't want to show you a game where I played perfectly. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. Alright, need to be healing. Need to be not focusing so much on damage. Alright, now we need to be healing. Coalescence, very good. Alright, see, that was better. And that's crap because I was definitely behind that pillar. But so that was better. That was better. Let's look at that one more time. I'm dealing damage. I need to be healing right here. I throw the purple orb, which, you know, isn't ideal, but most of my team is pretty well topped off right now, so I guess it's okay to get some cheeky damage in there, and it's going to get us to Coalescence. I need to be healing right here. I don't know why I was trying to damage my own Hammond. And then there's the pop of Coalescence. This is where Coalescence gets extremely powerful. You see, when you have enemies in front of you and teammates in front of you as well. Like, this is the perfect pop of Coalescence. I get unlucky here because I get EMP'd and can't finish off my Coalescence. But that was a good pop of coalescence. Get killed by that cheeky Diva Bomb. Moira is another one of those heroes that should never die to Diva Bomb because of your Fade. If you're using Fade properly, you will never, ever, ever die to Diva Bomb. Woohoo! We've won this team fight. Their Genji's popping just because it's overtime. But we've won this team fight, assuming we kill Genji. Yep, there he goes. And we win the map. Or at least this point. Very good. Alright, let's skip forward. Just to... Alright, so let's look at the team comp now. So this team comp is a little bit worse than our first team comp. Or in some respects it's a little worse, and in some respects it's a little bit better. The switch to the Brigitte here is a really good switch. I like that. Now we don't have two primary healers. We have an off healer, and a very good one at that. I will be carrying the brunt of the healing here, but that's fine. Junkrat is kind of questionable on this map, but I guess it's okay. I really wish we had a barrier tank, like a Reinhardt or an Orisa on this map, just because you can really bunker down hard here, and that would be excellent. But oh, and now we have a hit scan with the McCree. That's a good switch. I do still really love Sombra, and I think Sombra is fine on this map, but the McCree is fine here too. Alright. So this is something that a lot of Moiras do, is they like to throw out that cheeky damage orb before everybody gets to the point, and that's fine to do, but don't do it into a diva. That is just a waste, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna, yep, see, she ate my orb. That defense matrix can eat your orbs. So when the enemy team has a diva, be very careful about your orbs, because they will get eaten. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Our Hammond was way too far away from us right there, so the fact that he died, not much we can do about it. We can save that Brigitte, though. Alright, very good, very good. See, that's what you want to be doing. Instead of focusing down on damage, focus on your healing. And I should have been doing that there as well. I don't think we lost anybody, though, so it's fine. Alright, good. But good. See the difference it can make when you focus down your healing instead of focusing your damage? Just like that. That was a very cheeky purple orb. Probably could have gotten away with not doing that. I shouldn't have been hit by that fire strike either. Dodge fire strike, okay? I'm begging everybody here. Okay? Dodge fire strike. Fire strike is a slow moving ability. It goes in a straight line. It's very easy to just step aside, and that is how Reinhardt charges his ultimate fast, is by landing those fire strikes. See how much healing that yellow orb does? It's incredible. That healing orb is so good. Yeah, not much we could do about that. We were kind of healing at their Reinhardt there, which, okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, we need to be healing here. We're hearing the Reaper behind us, which means our team is taking damage. Need to be healing. Need to be healing. Need to be healing. Okay. Okay, here comes self-destruct. Oof. Not much to say here. Okay. Oops, my bad. I skipped forward 30 seconds. Let me just mention, let me see if I can go back. Okay, here we are. Alright, so I threw out a cheeky damage orb there. Fine. You know, I'm right with my tanks. I can heal them. That's a fine time to go ahead and throw some damage, especially if you're trying to build towards coalescence. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Here's what I have a problem with. Alright? I just dive on in. Again, I'm fading very aggressively. That's so ill-advised. If this Brigitte turns around and stuns us, we're dead. If this Diva right here Brigitte stuns us, we're dead. She turns around, we're dead. Hacks us, we're dead. This guy comes around and just wails on us, we're dead. Like, there's so many reasons not to aggressively fade forward there, and I did it anyway. Watch your fades. Don't fade aggressively forward unless you have to. Die. We die. Okay. So So this is a lost team fight. Everybody should be backing out, resetting. Our Hammond is still going ham in there. He doesn't have any supports with him. Guys, if you see that both your supports die, back off. The team fight is done. Instead of standing out there and just giving your enemies more ultimate charge, just back off. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. They used a lot of ultimates there, though, so that's fine. We got a lot of ultimates out of them. Okay, so our Brigitte switched back to an Ana, which I don't agree with at all. But we finally have a Reinhardt. So our team keeps going through these fluctuations of pretty good, pretty bad, pretty good, bad, good, bad. Again, dodge Fire Strike. I can't believe I got hit by another Fire Strike in this game. Oh, and that's bad luck. Bad luck. We lost a teammate. Also, that was really stupid. We're lucky that the Sombra didn't turn around and just kill us right there. Sombra should have killed us. Okay, I popped Coalescence. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about that. Go ahead. Alright. So. Why do I pop Coalescence right here? Honestly, because they're at 86%. That's the only reason why I popped Coalescence right here. But I don't think it was a very good use of Coalescence. There's nobody in front of me that needs healing. The only enemy that I can see right now is this Reinhardt, which this isn't going to do much to him. A very questionable use of the ultimate right there. But I think it's going to turn out to be okay. Yeah, very questionable. I didn't get a whole lot of value out of that ultimate, and Coalescence is an ultimate that needs value. See how much healing that does? It's absurd. That the yellow orb is just so good. It's probably the reason why Moira is so powerful. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to lose this one. Our Ana switch to a Mercy. We definitely have too much primary heal going on right now. We don't have enough, you know, off healers. We don't have any off healers that can provide the utility. And that's really what an off healer is good for. You know, it isn't just... it isn't to deal damage. An off healer is good because they all have utility of some kind, where they don't have the kind of, you know, healing output that most have. Okay, so I've switched to a Brigitte, and here's why. I look at this team comp. Well, at first I picked a Baptiste, and I kind of wish I had stayed on that because I love Baptiste. I'm going to make some videos about Baptiste here. But look at this team comp. There's a reason why I switched off the Moira here, and it's this. We have a Mercy. Like, we have a primary healer. We need somebody with that utility. We need an off healer. So I go ahead and switch to the Brigitte. Baptiste is fine there as well. While he is kind of a primary healer, like his healing output is high enough, he has enough utility that he can be played as an off healer. Like, he has good damage, and that immortality field is just disgusting. Okay, so this is aggressive, but with Brigitte you can afford to be a little aggressive, just because, you know, she is. Team fight is very even right here. We have a support for a support. We don't need to really back off of this, but they got a res, so now we do need to back off of this. We really don't have much business plowing forward. Well, that D.Va just let us stun her, so... And this is the beauty of Brigitte. I mean, just look at the way you can just plow through. Well, it looks like our Mercy has switched to a Moira, so we still have a Moira in this game. Yay us! Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Sorry, thought I lost my cursor there for a second. Okay, so what's the plan? What is the plan? We're a little disjointed right now, aren't we? Everybody's kind of running around doing their own thing. We need to be setting up for the potential of them coming in this side door. And as Brigitte, you can get some really cheeky kills. Oh, I tried to get one right there. You can get some really cheeky kills knocking people off into the abyss right there, but you need to be careful. I'm playing this very aggressively. That was a really good ultimate by me because I used it against the EMP. That was very good timing. Trying to knock this guy off, This is the beautiful part about Brigitte. I mean, you can almost solo Reinhardt yourself just because Brigitte things. I mean, I can't say anything more than that. Brigitte things. Right now we're just doing Brigitte things. Look at that. Knocking the die away. Brigitte is just so busted. Alright, now this is too aggressive. Alright, this is too aggressive. Brigitte is amazing. Okay, I love Brigitte. I think she is very broken. She can do all kinds of silly things like that. Knocking away this Reaper so his ultimate is garbage. Okay? She can do all kinds of silly things. She is not an unkillable deity. Do not just charge forward like this. Now look. I've got a diva in my face. She can knock me off. I've got this Reinhardt coming up. I've got their Reaper back here. Like, I am screwed. And I did this to myself. That was completely my fault. And if my team loses this point right now, I'm going to be really harsh and say it. Sometimes, guys, you can make a mistake, and your team can lose the game. Oh, that's really cool. I've never seen that, like, in mid-animation before. That's so cool. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. Anyway, you can make a mistake, and your team can lose the entire game from that mistake, and that's your fault. Like, right here, if my team lose this team fight, okay, like right now we're okay, we're kind of even, or no, we're not. We have killed one of their DPSs, but they killed me, and I'm a support. I'm a healer, so we're down a healer. They have 2 healers to our 1 healer. If we lose right now, it's this guy's fault. It's the Brigitte player's fault because he got too aggressive, and that's me. Like, honestly, if we lose this point right now, that is my fault. Stay with your team. You're not an unkillable deity. Don't just go charging in there. Whoopsie doodle.
Ready for more.
I think I'm gonna... Okay, so now they've killed both of our healers. I'm gonna get lucky here that our Pharah just pops off. And we wind up not losing the point. But we really... Like, I could have screwed our whole team right there. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Almost got the cheeky stun off right there. But I mean, it's just the harsh truth, guys. Sometimes you make a mistake, and honestly, you've ruined the game for your whole team. Like, and that's just, you have to accept that. All right, this is getting crazy. Brigitte stuff, popping the ultimates. We've used 2 ultimates right here. Watch the kill feed. Watch the kill feed. We're winning this team fight. We need to keep pushing it. We're definitely winning this team fight. Kind of just doing Brigitte things. There's not much to say about it. Oh, perfect. Okay. That's one thing that you can... See this guy right here? Where Moira loved to eat Genjis, Brigitte loves to eat Reapers. And here's the reason why. When he goes and he does die, that's a very powerful ability, especially before his nerf. Like when he was gaining just infinite health back. If he used die, he actually was an unkillable deity. But one thing you can do to him... Here comes die, and as a Brigitte, you stun him. And that's it. No more die. No more die. It's beautiful. So as a Brigitte, keep an eye out for Reaper, because you can really ruin his day. Alright, I don't know why we're not, like, our team should be pushing forward right here and just abusing the fact that we are winning so hard. This Sombra has just been, like, YOLO EMPing. This team fight is starting to get long and dragged out, and they've killed our Reinhardt. This could be bad. We need to swing this back. Okay, Bob swings it back. There we go. And perfect. And there's the game. Alright. Alright. And the rest of my team left. I think I pull up the score. Or I don't need to do that. We'll just look at this. We'll look at this sexy pose of Pharah as we wrap this up. Okay, so to wrap this up, guys, as a Moira player, don't aggressively fade. I mean, here are the takeaways that you could take from today. If you're playing Moira, don't aggressively fade. Don't aggressively use your purple ball. Save it for the yellow ball. The heal is way more valuable than the tickle damage that you'll do by throwing out that purple ball. Purple ball is just for building ult charge. That's it. When you're throwing your orbs, make sure that you bounce them off stuff. Don't just throw them out into space. You'll get more value if you bounce them off of a target, and you'll get double the heals or double the damage. Watch your coalescence usage. Use it when you've got enemies and friendlies in front of you. That way you get the double value out of that. Also, try to throw an orb before you throw out the coalescence. I don't think I did that once this whole time, which sucks. But throw out an orb first. That way you get even more healing from your ultimate. Yeah, I mean, your team will literally never die if you do that. It's beautiful. As a Brigitte player, make sure you focus down the important targets that you need to focus for stuns, like the Reaper, or something else like that. That way you can stun them out of their ult. Sombra is another one that you need to keep an eye out for. If there's a Sombra on the enemy team and you're a Brigitte, that's your job. Because when she comes out of invisibility, you stun her right away and you kill her, and there's no EMP, or there's no hack. So watch out for those targets. Brigitte is not good unless she's with her team, and she's with her team so that she can pick off those really hard to kill divers, like a Winston or a Reaper or a Sombra. You know, these characters that have good escape mechanics can't really get away from Brigitte. But I think that's it for tonight, guys. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been the Armchair Overwatch Coach. If you want to send in your own video, go ahead and do that. Also, leave a comment below if you have some tips or tricks for one of these heroes that you saw tonight. Go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think. Thank you so very much, you guys. We'll see you next time.